Welcome back. There are 5 men in the race for Williamson County Sheriff, including 2 Democrats and 3 Republicans. And this morning we say hello to one of the Republican candidates, Mr. Dennis Presley. He is currently a grant writer for the Center for Rural Health at SIU and a part-time Cambria police officer. And of course he served as Williamson County Sheriff from 1994 to 1998. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
And now, why do you want to return to this position?
Well, I was approached by some law enforcement officers in several departments throughout the county, as well as some citizens, and asked to give it a shot again this time. And when we announced that we were going to run for sheriff, and I say we because I think I have a wonderful network of folks behind me, we actually intended to run against the incumbent, Sheriff Tom Cundiff. There were some deficiencies in that department that we believe had crept in over the last few years.
What are some of those? Well,
low morale among staff that had led several staff members to leave, inactivity and inability to address some of the real crime problems in the county.
How do you believe you would go in and be able to turn things around?
Well, first of all, we're going to reestablish good morale in that department. Everybody in that department is going to feel appreciated, like they're wanted there, and that they're an essential part of a team. And secondly, we're going to, I promise this, if I'm reelected, and I think I had the same approach when I was sheriff before, you're going to see the most aggressive assault on crime that this county has ever known.
Now, when I was on your website, I was watching one of your videos from when you did announce your candidacy, and you said that the department currently suffers from confusion, dysfunction, and is without vision. Do you think that's a little harsh, or do you believe this is what's going on right now?
Yeah, and that's not a criticism of the interim sheriff, Les Higgins, wonderful man there, but it is a criticism of how things have deteriorated over the last several years, and I don't think it's harsh at all. And I think a quick survey of the people within that department and all the divisions, corrections, patrol, investigations, so forth, I think you'll find that to be the case.
You've mentioned you really want to tackle crime, any sort of gang activity. How do you plan to really enforce that? Well,
let me say this. I think I've received some criticism. I made an issue of the Outlaws establishing a chapter here in Williamson County.
A motorcycle group.
Yes. And I can bring in documentation a foot thick of where the Department of Justice, various criminal justice agencies throughout the United States have established that they are a criminal enterprise. They're on par with the Hells Angels, and that them establishing a chapter in Williamson County, I think, should be shocking to anyone. And I guess I find it shocking and frightening that I'm the only candidate who has said anything about it. Even if you disagree with me, at least stand up and say that. They're just mum on the word. And it doesn't matter to me if an enterprise drives motorcycles or BMWs or Volkswagen Beetles or drives bicycles. And I mean this sincerely. If you're a part of a criminal enterprise, outlaws, gangster disciples, vice lords, whomever you may be, if you come into Williamson County, you're going to be seeing a lot of me, and you're going to be seeing a lot of the other law enforcement officers here in the county.
Do you think simply presence is enough to actually keep these groups out or keep them from committing crimes, or is there anything else that needs to happen past that?
Vigorous, aggressive law enforcement, vigorous prosecution, vigilance, and unity among the public, and they will go somewhere else.
Well, Mr. Dennis Presley, we're out of time right now, but thanks so much for being here this morning. Appreciate hearing your thoughts.
Thank you.